If you're new here, I am temporarily living at my boyfriend's house because at the end of September, when Hurricane Helene made her way through the Midwest, a giant oak tree fell on my house, and it was pretty well total destruction. The entire top half of my house had to be taken off and replaced. I got all new trusses, new roof, new soffit, fascia, even some columns outside, new gutters, all of that stuff had to be done. And then on the inside, a window was damaged in my bedroom, and actually outside, brick was also damaged. The wall had to be repaired and brick replaced. And then on the inside, I had my hardwood floors all had to be ripped out because they were wet. My plaster walls were all cracked, so they've had to all be ripped out. My HVAC system had to be replaced because the air conditioner on the outside had a limb go through it. The entire electrical system in the entire house, the mast was ripped off the outside. Most of the wiring inside had to be ripped out when the roof came off. So all of that stuff has to be replaced. But in the meantime, myself and my 17-year-old son and our 3 cats are staying here. And Michael, my boyfriend, has 2 cats of his own. So we currently have 5 cats in the house. Now, his 2 are inside outside, so they're outside most of the time during the day. But overnight, at least, we do have all 5 cats in the house. I personally wouldn't recommend it. I don't think I would voluntarily want to have 5 cats because it is a lot to take care of and keep up with. But we have 5 litter boxes in the house, and I'm cleaning those out every other day, and I'm vacuuming cat hair a lot. So all of the cleaning is a lot to keep up with in the house at the moment. But I am grateful to have had a place to go, to have shelter without having to deal with rent and insurance and all of that. And we are all safe and healthy and anxiously waiting to get back on our house. But that is an update on where things are at for us right now. So I thought I would share my plans for my house with you because I just came on and updated my wall color. I realized when I had the actual swatch here in the house that the color I had chosen was probably a little too dark, so I went the next shade lighter and I've updated that. But this is my existing bedding, so that is the quilt that I have that will go back on my bed. My curtains were damaged and thrown away, so this is what I have chosen for the curtains. This color here is the color that is in my half bathroom that connects to my bedroom. And then this is the color that I have chosen for all of the trim in the house, including in my bedroom. Now, this dresser is not my dresser, but it is about the same color and a similar style to my dresser. So that is why I put that on there just for reference. And then this is the actual hickory hardwood flooring that is going into my house. So this is the plan for my bedroom. This is my living room. So this couch is not exact, but it is very similar to the one that I have. This is a TV stand with an electric fireplace in it, which is, I don't know if it's the exact one I will get or not for sure, but it's at least similar. But these curtains and this ottoman are the ones that I already have existing. And then, of course, this is that wood flooring again. This is the trim color. This is wallpaper that I probably will not use anywhere in my living room, but I am planning to use it hopefully in my office. So I just wanted to make sure that it was going to match and coordinate well with the rest of the colors in the house. So it's only there for reference. And then this is my office, and this is what I would like to do. So I want to do some sort of a paneling, whether it's going to be beadboard or board and batten. I don't know for sure. And then the top half of the walls, I would like to do this, probably this wallpaper. If not, then it will be the same color paint as my bedroom. And then these curtains for sure. And again, this is the flooring. For my kitchen, I would also like to use that same wallpaper up on my soffit, and then the rest of the walls will be the same shade of green as the rest of the house. And then this, of course, the trim color, which I will also be putting on my cabinets. Now, this is the freestanding cabinets that I already have, and I'm going to be getting a couple more. I don't know how well they will hold paint, but I may try to paint them. I'm kind of undecided on that so far. This is my existing faucet, and then these are the new hardware pieces that I purchased to go on the cabinets, because when I get the new cabinets here, the existing handles that I do have on the couple of cabinets that I already own, they don't make anymore, so I have to replace all of them. So I've gone ahead and bought those, and then also some actual drawer pulls that are the same finish. And then, of course, this is my butcher block countertop. Now, the fun room is the library, and this one's fun because it's kind of new. So, my 19-year-old son was in the basement, and when this all happened, he got his own apartment with a roommate, and so he has moved out, and I can finally turn my basement library into what I've always wanted it to be. So these are my existing bookshelves. I have 4 of them. This fireplace, I found this surround last weekend at the antique store, which I do need to go this evening with my son's truck and actually pick it up and take it home. But that is the fireplace surround that's going to be in the basement. Now, this is kind of a mock-up of what I'm hoping to do with it. I need to actually get the tile in person and make sure it looks as good as it does here before I make any decisions on that. But so far, that's what I've landed on. And then this fireplace insert is the exact same one that is currently in Michael's house. And I really like it because even when you don't have the heat on, you can have the flame going and the crackling sound. So that is the plan for that. And now I'm kind of stuck between this beige oversized chair and this green one. I don't know if getting that one, there will be too many different shades of green in that room and it could look funny, or if I should go with this one. There aren't really any neutrals. They are all kind of dark, moody colors in that room. So maybe this beige would be kind of good to lighten things up, but I haven't made any decisions yet, but those are kind of the two that I'm stuck between. And then this wall color is the exact same color that is in my half bathroom upstairs. So this is the plan so far for all of the finishing touches on my house. So stay tuned and hopefully you'll get to see them come to life soon. Right now, the electrician is in there working, so we are still a long ways from having any walls or floors at the moment. So I will update you whenever I have more. Hi, it is lunch break time, as much as it probably doesn't look like it because it is just so dark in this house. The only windows that really get natural light are on the north side. And so it is a crystal clear, very brightly sunny day outside. But just with the position of the sun in relation to the windows, you really can't tell. And the back side of the house, which is facing the south side, there's a kitchen window and then there's a window in his back door, but both of those lead out onto a covered, screened in back porch. So just not a lot of natural light here. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's get into the meal plan for next week. So I am going to do a stuffed acorn squash. This is something I usually do in the fall and I have yet to do this year. So it's going to happen in December. I will make a couple of modifications. I'm going to add lentils because it does not have any kind of a like true protein source. It does have quinoa, and quinoa is high in protein for a grain, but not as adequate as beans. So I'm going to add some lentils. And then for dried cranberries, I do still have some fresh cranberries, so I'm either going to toy with drying those. I've never done that before, so I may give it a shot. Or I have a ton of raisins because when I bought the raisins to make Grandpa's oatmeal raisin cookies, which I also used again this week, it was a huge container of them, so I have a lot. So I may just do that instead. Um, but that and then the parsley. I personally do not like the taste of parsley, so I'm not going to put it in mine, but I did still leave it on the ingredients list in case you want to make this too and you do like the parsley. So that is the plan for next week. I'm going to put this, as always, on my blog, so if you want to go over there and download the PDF version of this plan and shopping list, it will be there for you. And that is it for food for this week. I am now going to go hop in the shower and wash this oil out of my hair. This is the second time I've done it. I did it on Sunday or Monday. The first time is that I washed with it. So it's probably going to take a good 2-3 weeks, maybe even a month of doing this to really notice if it's making a difference. But I'm hopeful. I've read a lot of things online, people that have had positive experiences with using rosemary oil. um, adding extra iron and extra calcium, that stuff that I already do in my diet as it is, specifically for hair and nails, because my hair and nails have always been kind of thin and fine and a little on the brittle side. So it's definitely not that. It is very much a hormonal issue. I've kind of started perimenopause over the last few months. And of course, now with the stress of this house situation coming when it did, definitely didn't help because I first started noticing the signs of perimenopause in like July, August. And then the house situation happened in September. And it has been very stressful managing a bunch of different contractors and craftsmen and everything to deal with that. And also fighting with the bank over, because since I have a mortgage on my house still, the bank also has to be on the insurance check. So then they hold the money in escrow and they have to release it. And unfortunately, they have like an automated system reviewing documents and they get rejected for no reason. And when the inspection was done, it reviewed and decided that only 30% of it was complete, even though 100% of the roof had been complete. So they only sent me half of what I needed to finish paying my roofing contractor. So I've been fighting with them about that. And it's been 2 weeks now since I first called them, and I still have not had any extra funds released. And my contractor is waiting for payment. So he's probably aggravated. I'm definitely aggravated. But it's a lot of stress. I will be very glad when it's done. The fun part is at least getting to kind of design things. I'm not really changing much. Like the green color is the same green color I already had in there. I did make one change in my bedroom. I decided that I like the green better than the pink for the wall color. So I am going to use that same, it's called Silver Sage, but I'm going to use it all the way through my house. The one exception, well, two exceptions, my little half bath that I just painted a darker green right before all of this happened is going to stay that same color. And then my office, I haven't decided for sure yet if I'm going to do wallpaper or paint. And that's only because if I decide at some point that I want to change the wallpaper or swap it out for paint, getting wallpaper off of walls is such a pain in the butt. So I'm kind of on the fence about what I'm going to do there. But I think I have a pretty solid plan for everything else. I did have to kind of change my mind on a couple of fixtures because I had, and I even put a poll up and let you guys vote on it, on some ceiling fan options for my living room. And after putting together this design plan, after I showed you guys, I went in and pulled all of my lighting that I had for each room and I plugged pictures of that in as well, which you didn't get to see. And I realized that the gold fan that I had picked out for my living room based on feedback from everybody else was way too gold. I needed something that was more of like an antique brass or a deeper color that was not so bright and shiny. So I did end up finding a different ceiling fan for the living room. But that part has been fun, and it's kind of kept me sane while dealing with all of the other chaotic stuff. So anyhow, I'm going to go hop in the shower and wash my hair, and I will catch back up with you when I'm done.